But I do think, even though our country was founded on the separation of church and state, we were founded as a predominantly or dominantly white Christian supremacist country. And that we were able to enforce that for a long time because of slavery, laws, etc. But, slavery gets overturned, and then there's convict leasing and Jim Crow and lynchings and et cetera, et cetera. But then the 1960s creates a new possibility of legal equality, and you can trace the beginnings of MAGA to the reaction against white male supremacy being threatened by civil and gender rights. The 1960s. And so when you're a supremacist, other people getting access to and equality in the things you have access to, it feels like you're being oppressed. Because part of the bargain of a imperial or supremacist way of living is I have privileges other people don't. That's like the promise. That's the gift of supremacy, is that you are over or better than or have more say or have access to or have privileges that other people don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's under threat. And now we're seeing the more full backlash of that being threatened.
Yeah, because there is an anger at the root of that reaction. There's like a rage that I see. As soon as you mention anything about privilege or anything, there is like a rage knee-jerk reaction that happens that is surprising. Very surprising how reactionary. I've encountered it a few times where you say, well, we're not a Christian nation, we were founded on slavery. And then the reaction, good Lord, just look out, because the emotional vomiting that takes place can be intense. But you layer on top of that reality the fact that most people don't feel that privilege because, 60% of Americans are now living below the poverty line or paycheck to paycheck, or however you want to put it. And they're then blaming their economic disparity on people of color, immigrants. And then they latch on to the party that is actually doing the most economic harm as their savior because they promise to deliver them from these people of color that's taking their jobs or...
Right.